you get objections? Well, I want to talk about the 10 identities required to actually convert a prospect from I don't know who you are to I want to give you my money. There's 10 identities. I'm going to share them with you in this video. And my name is Patrick Jones. I made over $2 million in high-ticket commissions, including multiple $100,000 months. And now I help salespeople just like you install the same system to allow them to do the same and crush it in their own sales game and be the top 1%. And in this video, stay tuned. I'm going to share with you the deep breakdown of behind the scenes of my Sales Savs Accelerator, where I'm training and teaching the 10 identities required to never get objections again. So make sure you get a pen, piece of paper, take some notes. I'm going to share with you how to convert from a Honda Civic mindset, a prospect, to a Ferrari in this 10-step process. There are buyer identities. Okay, I dropped this as a sneak peek inside the King's Council. These are the 10 buyer identities that are really truly required to have the highest level of influence to move a sale forward. These are the selling foundations, right? These are the checkpoints, right, that you can do in 60 seconds. You can do these in 2 minutes. You can do in 10 minutes. These are the identities of basically converting their identity into, like, I'm cold showing up on a call. I'm in a Honda Civic mindset. How do I get to the Ferrari mindset to buy? Honda Civic, Ferrari, right? These are the required mindset shifts, identity shifts, not mindset shifts, not narratives, identities. Because inside peak to peak, we're moving the buyer and changing who they are, right? Through conversion of influence of identity. So there's safety. I am safe here. I can tell the truth. Right, so we're going through that this week, making sure that they are entering their mind before you move on, is that I am safe here. I can tell the truth. Cool, this is different. Stage 2 is I want something more than I have right now. We're hitting a peak desire, which is the North Star. The problem, right? Fuck, this isn't working, and something's in my way. Something's not working. It's just the problem. Like, we're just diagnosing that something is not working. We're getting to admit that something's not working. Pain, this problem is bigger than I thought. This is about expanding the pain. It's fucking bigger than I thought it was. Damn, we need to solve this sooner than later because it's bigger than I thought. The cost, I can't stay here. This is costly. Doing nothing costs me more than changing it. The source, this is the real reason it's happening. This is the source pain. This is the bottlenecks, diagnosing the bottlenecks. Responsibility. Fuck, I created this and I'm done with it. I created this reality. It's my fault. And I don't want this anymore, right? That energy. And then peak desire, this future is real. It's possible and I want this reality. And then the non-negotiables. My current way of operating, it's not possible to get to the future. And I can't do this alone. These are the non-negotiables required to move across the gap. And then the path. This is the fastest way to what I want. And I'm choosing this option now, right? Again, this is a much deeper identity conversion process. Okay. This is the buyer identities. You could print this out now and still leverage this now, right? Even though we haven't been taught and trained yet. You could. And just what you're doing here is checking off in your own current way is these are the mindsets they must have already converted into. And you can check off and see, where am I at right now, based on your current knowledge and ability to leverage the current framework. Okay. What questions y'all have for me right now on the buyer identities, if anything? What questions?
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Do all buyer identities have to be installed into the prospect before moving on to the pitch?
If you want an objectionless close, then yes.
Okay.
Right? There's many variables on an objectionless close. There's multiple. Over the next 10 weeks, we're going to ensure all of them are taken care of. So my answer to you is no. You don't need them all. This is a identity. If there's a cold lead, literally at zero, they have no idea who the fuck you are. You're showing up. You guys know what I'm talking about. They've never even seen a fucking testimonial. It is cold as a cold ass. This is required to take them through all these levels, the entire pit to peak process. If they're warmer, right, or they in a different level of type of person, right, we may be able to skip a stage and go right to these aspects and convert their mindset faster because their mindset's already converted coming in, right? They already feel safe because they're a referral. You got that? They're like, oh, I trust these guys. I trust the person, right? They already want something more than they want now, right? Because the VSL and the ad already convinced them they want more. But if the marketing sucks and there's no VSL before to create desire, then they're fucked. You all with me? So then it's your job as a salesperson to take them through this fucking process and convert their mindset so that they are in a pocket of a yes. See how that works? Right? I just, in my experience, this is the identities. This is what it is. And I've had cold traffic to like warm, and I can take away a few of these when it's warm, when I've already pre-converted them, when they've had a strategic assets that I've already built that they see and saw. They're already in peak desire. They have no more questions. I can still go through these very quickly and hit them and create another level of desire. Okay, so it's a flexible framework you just have to embody and practice. And when you get through it, you'll start to learn what works and wasn't, what's necessary and what's not based on the prospect, based on the account. Okay, that answer your question?
Yeah, it does answer my question. So there's
Yeah,
like when you're going through this process, you'll have more behavioral flexibility on like knowing which ones to install based off of
right.
like where that prospect is at.
Correct. Correct. Now, I go back to the selling foundations. That never changes. That's the foundation. This is why I wanted to talk about this today. The foundations of selling never changes. The seven's the seven, right? The identities are required are based on where the person's coming into the conversation.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then each stage meets them there.